dive into all of this right now. Well, I don't know. That was kind of crazy. I think the Hot Toys Wizard might have played that. I don't know. At least in my ears, it sounded like a double take, baby. But listen, I think the StreamYard is overloaded on some coffee, baby. I think it's just had too much. Listen, I've been saying that we need to switch to decaf, but look, we all know what happened this week. And we all know what's going on with Star Wars Hot Toys. I am the Dark Jedi, Aries Tarrington, and I'll be serving up all the Star Wars Hot Toys talk, along with these fine gentlemen that are joining me here today. Let's go ahead and first introduce a regular, the maestro, the man, Dante. Dante, what's going on, baby?
What's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the cantina. I'm waiting for my drink because I'm thirsty, my friend. I'm thirsty. Thirsty. Nice to meet brother Cassian's KG. I know KG already. So
likewise. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you guys. So hopefully we have an awesome show tonight, my friend.
Oh, I think so. I think so there, brother. Listen, we're all going to be serving it up to everybody in here in the chat. Welcome, everybody, as I welcome this fine, outstanding panel. And we're going to our other special guest, Brother Cousins, Toy Reviews, is in the house. Been looking to get him on for a while.
Absolutely.
Good to have you here, brother.
Hey, thank you so much for having me, Aries. I appreciate you reaching out. Man of High Collectibles, man. I watch all your videos, KG. Seen a lot of your stuff as well, man. It's an honor to be around you guys. I can't wait. Let's get into it. It's been a great week.
Oh man. KG, welcome.
Hello. It's a great opportunity to be here. I'm so glad I'm here and talk to you guys about these new announcements. It's great.
Yeah, baby. Listen, it's welcome everybody who's in the chat. This is the Market Value Chart Show live, and we've got a full panel. And I love just branching out, all over the place. Dante and I within the, this community is such an outstanding community, and definitely welcome everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for your support. So listen, there's a lot to. This is a Star Wars show. This is the Market Value Chart show. I am the Dark Jedi, and I had to switch to decaf because of what is going on. So the first thing, just opening up a conversation, and I'll flash what I have up on the screen. But listen, with you guys, I watched some of your stuff today, and I really love the vibe, KG, of all of your reviews that you do. And the same thing, Brother Cousins. I feel like when I watch you guys talk about some of these releases, that you have a real down-to-earth perspective, and I see a real genuine, excitement. And I really enjoy. I look forward to seeing both of your guys' takes on what's going on. So, Brother Cousins, just starting with you, just opening this up, and we already have 58 in the chat. Please go ahead and hit that like button. So very, very much appreciate your support. But getting back to Brother Cousins and KG and the vibe, I really like the vibe. And I know I've talked to Dante as well. We talk a lot offline, and both of us just really, really enjoy. But your perspective, Brother Cousins, on really this, on what Hot Toys is doing with Star Wars, with this Boba Fett, just absolutely blew me away.
Yeah.
Go for it, baby.
Absolutely. I mean, oh my goodness. When I saw the Boba Fett on the throne, first of all, I didn't think that we were going to get that. I did not see that one coming. I already pre-ordered. I actually pre-ordered the what they call it, the Boba Fett the Rose with the Tamora Morrison. I pre-ordered that one with the double box set. And I was happy and content with that. But when I saw the throne, I was like, okay. I think that's when I did. I was like, okay, Hot Toys, here's my wallet. Just go and tell me how much you take your money and tell me how much you think I should have. Because it was.
I heard that.
I was completely blown away. I was like, I can't believe it's stunning. It's stunning. I do still like the look of the battle-worn armor with the scrapes. I like battle-damaged figures. That's my thing. I like seeing the dry brushing on the outfits and stuff. I think it just looks tremendous when they do this. But even though with him sitting on that throne, it's just too badass to pass up, honestly. What do you guys think?
I mean, I'm telling you, and I totally agree with your sentiment. And I see a lot of the super chats coming in. I'm gonna put them all on over there. Thank you guys so much, and let's put up OG fans first. Their brother cousins before we get to KG. He said Boba Fett is the most feared bounty hunter in the galaxy. Boba on the throne is fire. I had to spill my coffee. Must have all the Fets. Listen, OG fan, did you take your coffee and did you spill it all over the fire to kind of put that thing out, baby? Listen, no, I'm kind of blown away by it too. And KG, go for it because I watched your take as well.
Yeah, totally blown by it. I had a feeling we were going to be getting another Boba. But I never thought we were going to be getting the throne at all. And a tease of Fennec. That won't me over. The set is just beautiful. And for the price for it, I think it's worth it. For $390, you're getting a head sculpt. You're getting that big chair. It's just, come on, that price. It's just the best. I was really hoping that the price would be fair. And it definitely is fair. For what you're getting and for what it stands for. Yeah, definitely a must buy for me. Definitely.
Yeah, you bring up a good point about it being fair, and then I'm just bringing up OG fans super chat again. Hey, listen, thank you so much for that $5 bomb, OG fan. I do appreciate that. Again, Boba Fett is the most feared bounty hunter in the galaxy for sure, and I thought that price was really fair as well. Dante, let's go to you. Just your impressions when you first saw that.
Well, I just want to say, good thing I called this a month ago. I'm just kidding. I'm just freaking kidding. I'm just kidding. It was Aries. I have to give credit where it's due. He called it months ago. We had so many different live streams, and if you guys follow that, you know that he was dreaming about it. What if we have a throne with Fennec, with Boba Fett, and Hato is like, you know what? Let's do that. I was very impressed. Very, very impressed.
Yeah.
First, because I did not see this one coming at all. I mean, let me rephrase this. I had a feeling that this is probably going to happen at one point, but not this soon. And I think it was a very good move from Hot Toys. And yes, they're not doing anything. They're not reinventing the wheel. It was something already that we've seen with the previous 2-pack. It was better paint application, different changes on the suit. The look on the eyes, which actually Aries told me. So now you can see
that was
this
the subtle thing that I caught. You had one looking one way, and then I was saying, "Well, this looks exactly like the same head sculpt." And I was looking, I was like, "Maybe it's just my eyes," but yeah, you verified it.
Yeah. We after you told me, I verified it, and yes, so we have the 2-pack has, I think, looking to the left, and this one is looking to the right. So it's really a minor subtle thing, which brings the thing that it now is not like a reissue type. Now it's a brand new release. I love the throne. I think the paint application and the whole details, and I think it has some encryptions as well. So if someone can, I guess, translate that will be perfect. But overall, I love it. Fennec, of course, man. I'm so happy, very happy with the blue milk as well, because we see the blue milk.
The blue milk. You gotta wonder if she pours that in her coffee, baby.
Exactly.
Listen, welcome everybody in here. Got 65 in here already on this early go. And please hit that like button. Thank you so much for joining us here on this Friday night. Seth, thank you so much for the $4.99 bomb. We're going to stay on Fett, but we can go ahead and answer this real quickly for you, Seth. With all the amazing Star Wars releases we've been getting, is it possible that when the Andor show comes out that we will get a Baze Malice from Rogue One? And I say, Seth, yes. Listen, with everything that Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are doing, and with that Andor show, do I think if Baze Malbus shows up, or if they have like some type of backstory with Chirrut Imwe and Baze Malbus and bringing Donnie Yen in there, I think those guys would do that. Brother Cousins, let's go to you on that. Thank you for the super chat, Seth.
Yeah, I definitely see that happening. Definitely. I mean, with all that they're doing, they're definitely going to pull into those universes, especially with all this happening with the Clone Wars stuff now. Like, that's going to be real big, and I really think that's going to be what I know. A lot of people are saying in the community that the Clone Wars and the Mandalorian line is becoming what the Marvel line was, with the Marvel line, I'd say was, because the Marvel line is, I'm not going to say the Marvel line is actually dead right now, but it's kind of dormant, and they really moved to Star Wars. And with the Throne and with the Clone Troopers and the and all the other stuff, like you said, that Filoni and all of them are doing,
yeah,
they're definitely going to be pushing hard on that stuff. So yes, I definitely see them doing that very soon.
Absolutely. And KG, we'll go to you on a Baze Malbus possibility. I mean, I think it all depends upon, what they do with the Andor series. And I don't necessarily think the Andor series is the end. They can have a series that focuses on just on the backstory for, Chirrut Imwe. I could absolutely see that in the future. I think they'll dive into that. That was one of the Rogue One was a great movie. And I think that Chirrut and Baze were a pair that people really liked.
No, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Rogue One is one of my favorite Star Wars movies out there, and I don't know. I think it was one of the Rogue One troopers that was announced a couple of months ago from the Rogue One line, and also Shore Trooper. I could see it happening. I mean, they already have the materials for it. They made it 4 or 5 years ago, I believe. Why not? Why not make it now? There's a lot of demand for it, and I see it, being produced. Hopefully, once that Endor show comes up, definitely, most definitely, yeah, I could see it.
Well, thank you for that super chat, Seth. I really appreciate it. Dante, your thoughts on the Baze Malbus? Give you the last word on that before we move to the next thing.
If I can find the mute button. Sorry, can you repeat one more time the question?
Sure. Baze Malbus, final word. What do you think? Could that come up? Could it come up with a Chirrut?
Why not? Why not? I mean, at this point, anything is possible. They did some Rogue One figures after the fact, so
yeah, and you got the Andor series coming up.
Oh yeah, why not? Absolutely, why not?
So listen, I mean, let's go to OG Fan. Thank you so much for the $2 bomb on here. Fennec Shand teaser. Is it possible? Listen, I'm going to spill my coffee. I love Fennec Shand, and I love that scene. And we're going to get into what Hot Toys is doing within this episode. Because these are the type of releases that I'm talking about. But thank you so much for that, OG Fan. We're gonna, I'll go ahead and just pull, her up on the screen right now, and let's actually get to a picture here where we can take a look at what they teased. And there you go. I mean, look, we'll keep going around the clock here tonight, baby. Going back to Brother Cousins. Look, when I saw this, I was calling this, and Dante is right. I've been calling it for a while, but
Did you?
Yeah, did I?
I'm just kidding.
And it
I think you're the wizard.
possible. Well,
I think you're the wizard. Sorry.
Look, they already had this a Boba Fett out, a 2-pack, with the whole, him coming back in the robes and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But this is such an important scene. And I mentioned it in my last podcast, Brother Cousins, that they dared to put on this scene after Luke Skywalker came back, my friend. Right. I mean, Luke, how do you follow that act? Because I literally jumped out of my chair when Luke Skywalker came back. Ooh. And I was in disbelief. I saw an X-Wing. I'm like, it's going to be somebody else. I saw, someone in a black robe with a green lightsaber. I said, it's not going to be Luke. But, of course, Filoni and Favreau are not going to do that to you. And then all of a sudden, they dared to follow it up. Look, These are the kind of releases that forget about Hot Toys. This is what I love as I'm a diehard Star Wars fan. In case you didn't know, I'm a diehard Star Wars fan. This is a big moment for me. What say you on this?
I'm gonna tell you, going back to that Luke scene, I can tell you, I cried. I know. I literally cried because I was like, oh my God, this is my hero. And I know it was people talking about the face being animated. It doesn't matter. Just when you do great storytelling, it doesn't matter. It could have been a Luke head on a popsicle stick. It brought out tears. And then, like you said, how do we follow that up? You follow that up with a teaser to a Boba Fett TV show. And you just get that wonderful scene. So are they going to make that figure to answer the question? Yes, they're definitely going to make that figure. Absolutely. Because now, I mean, they wouldn't have went all out on that base and the Boba Fett on the base in that whole diorama. Fennec completes that set. So definitely they're going to make this. I think on my video earlier this week, I was saying that I don't want them to do what they did with the with Valkyrie. That was my whole thing. I was like, come on, because I'm still waiting for a Valkyrie figure from Thor Ragnarok, and we still haven't got it yet. And they have a habit of, come on, Mantis, we can talk about that too. They have a bad habit of teasing these figures, and we never get them. So, but I think with Fennec, and I think with her, come on, we know Ming Now Wen, she's a Disney princess. Come on now, it's Disney. They're going all in on the Disney properties. We're going to see this figure. We're definitely going to see this figure.
I 100% agree with you, and got 80 in here now. Go ahead and hit that like button, everybody. 81 in here, actually. And go ahead and subscribe to all these guys' channels. I have the link to the Man of Hot Collectibles in the video description. I got the link to Brother Cousins in the video description. I got the link to KG Collector in the video description. But look, going to UKG, we keep going around the clock. Is it possible that Fennec gets released even within the next few weeks? Look, I have a gut feeling that they're not going to wait long on this particular figure. They showed a lot of it, even some of the face. I think that they're very, very close, but that's just my opinion. What do you think on this, KG?
I say yes. I think it's going to happen. You know, the Mandalorian line is so strong right now. I don't see them why. I don't see them do. I don't see no reason why they can't do it. I mean, might as well make a Cobb Vanth. You know, it's just the characters in the Mandalorian is just so great. You know, the storytelling is amazing, and I grew to love Fennec a lot throughout the show, and even in Bad Batch. Yeah, I hope we get a sculpt with it too. Who knows? We might be getting a sculpt with it too. But I mean, look, if they announce that base with it, I don't see them why not announcing that Fennec. It doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, I definitely
you gotta have it, right?
Yeah, you gotta have it.
It's
a very nice display case. If you guys have the room for it, oh my god, it's a display I want in my shelf. So definitely, most definitely, yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Seth. I gotta have two Fennecs, one for my Bad Batch display, and one for my Mando. No, yeah, there you go, Seth. Thank you so much for it. Look, there's definitely a lot of excitement around what they put out, and look, Dante, going to you, a lot of excitement about what they did. And, we started this off about, how they captured a moment, which is really Hot Toys captures the likeness of the characters like nothing else. That's why we collect Hot Toys. And now they're capturing the scene. They're capturing the moment, which for a lot of Star Wars fans means a lot, to be able to do what Favreau and Filoni have done with The Mandalorian, and where there possibly can go, the possibilities. When I say, is it possible? And capturing a moment like that is some release that I am very, very satisfied with. Remember, I was saying that I felt like there was a little bit of an imbalance. But when you bring in a legacy character like Boba Fett, and a legacy character that really meant a lot to what he did for that season and the season finale, I think that that's great. And I don't think we're going to have to wait long to complete that set for Fennec. I really think it's going to come within the next few weeks.
Yeah, and I agree with everyone. I think this one is imminent. We have to see that one now because the throne scene is not complete without Fennec, right? That's the iconic part. You can see the headscope underneath the helmet, so you can tell that they have this. So even the details on the suit, the accessories, this is not just one figure that they just put the costume on, just put it next to it just for the picture. This is Fennec. So I'm pretty sure that this is going to be one of the next wave of announcements because we should expect more. People asking about Koska Reeves as well. So I think at this point anything is possible. When we saw the last part of the Mandalorian, the last scene when Luke was coming, the first thing that came into my mind was, oh, it's probably Ahsoka coming, right, to save the day. As soon as I saw the green lightsaber, I was like, God damn. God damn. I'm 40
Yeah.
years old. I don't cry that easy, but I got the goosebumps. I got the excited. I was like, wow, this is really fun service for sure, because this is the look everyone was hoping for, and finally we got this guy. So I'm so happy. Some news that I got, and I shared this before, is that there was a debate whether they're gonna do the Bespin look or the Mandalorian look. So at this point both are gonna happen. Now the question is when.
Well, you're opening up a door, and we're going to go ahead and get into that. All the ones that you're mentioning, including Koska Reeves and including Luke here in a little bit. But look, I mean, yeah, this is really special. And just real quick, while we got Fennec up here, I mean, this figure looks sick. I mean, they pumped me up for the way that they did this outfit and the way that she's standing there. I mean, the figure looks incredible. I'm really pumped up for this figure. And here's the thing: if they would have released Fennec, brother cousins, with without Boba Fett and without the throne, or just another Mandalorian character, and where is there more OT characters? Where is there more prequel characters, more characters like this? Look, this is, I was saying it for a while, and my real feeling was with this community, and especially when it comes to Star Wars, that you need to sprinkle in the fan service, and then you'll get the people to want to be interested in the characters that you're trying to push on us. And now I'm sitting here, I'm super excited about Fennec Shand because they're giving me Boba. I don't know, really sure if I'm the one really with Star Wars has started. Is it possible? I think it was Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, because with them doing what they're doing, and you're talking about Luke, they're basically saying, look, it is possible. We're doing it.
And I think that's something that, and I know we're not here to talk about the sequel series, but I think that's something that the sequels kind of messed up on, was to make us appreciate the new characters by giving us the old characters in a different way and having those old characters issue in these new characters. Because, I mean, we're gushing about Fennec, and we love Fennec from the Mandalorian, from both seasons of the Mandalorian, and then what she's contributing to the Bad Batch right now. They could have did the same thing with a Finn or a Rey in Star Wars, even though I think Rey and Kylo was fully recognized in those Star Wars sequels. I still feel that they could have did a better job at giving us our older characters and not killing them off. so yeah, and I mean, and Filoni and Favreau they're doing that with this with these characters, because I mean, I love Echo from the Bad Batch. I love Fennec. I love all the new. I mean, the Mandalorian. I mean, Baby Yoda. You can go on and on. These are fan favorite characters right now. There you go. Baby Grogu is the new Mickey Mouse right now. But back to Fennec. I mean, one thing what I love about this figure, and I think we all kind of hitting on it, it's so detailed in this picture. They're giving us a hint, but it's like even a little more than a hint. They're like giving us a hint, like, hey guys, this thing is almost ready to go. Yeah. We looking at how detailed the costume is, the rifle, we can see the scope underneath the mask. This thing is ready to go. Aries, I think you're right. I think this may be coming sooner than what we think.
Yeah, I agree. And KG, this looks sick. What do you think? I mean, it looks sick.
One of my favorite moments in season 2, one of my favorite moments. I absolutely love Fennec, like I said before, and I love this scene. And I can't wait to see them in Book of Boba Fett. I can't wait to see what they do. And this is just, I mean, I was really shocked that we're going to get a repaint of this. I thought they're going to be waiting it for the season 2. I mean, Book of Boba Fett. But yeah, that Fennec is just crazy. And like what Brother Cousin says, this is ready to go. They're just waiting probably on the head sculpt to get ready. And there you go. Announcement, pre-order, and people are going to go nuts for it. That's for sure. Yeah, definitely going to be a sick display for sure.
Well, 84 in here. Thank you all so much for watching. Please go ahead and hit that like button. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. 86 now. And welcome to the Market Value Chart Show live. And I am the Dark Jedi Aries Tarrington, serving up all the Star Wars Hot Toys talk, along with Dante here, the man of hot collectibles, KG Collector, and Brother Cousins. So thank you all so much. And Brett the Movie Guy, thank you for the $1.99 bomb. Brett the Movie Guy, guys, would love a 2-pack of Jango Fett and young Boba. Listen, I would love that too. I think, with the fact that they have that, Jango coming out, and I actually think that Jango, is it possible, Dante, going to you first, that they could actually release that Jango earlier than expected? It was supposed to be the first quarter of, next year. And I know you've been talking about head sculpts a lot lately, but they're actually correcting that. And it's a Tamora Morrison head sculpt. I actually was thinking that it's possible that we could actually get that Jango. That may be one of the releases that comes out sooner than later, just like we just happened with the 501st. What say you?
Yes, and I'm not sure if it's gonna be coming before the end of the year. It is definitely a possibility. What I can see more happening, and we discussed this in the Unfiltered show, is that because of the issue that Hot Toys had with the Mark 85 head sculpt and the hole that they went into, the complaints and all that, and the reason why they got the delays and all those things. Now they're focusing more on getting the figures like the clone troopers or any figure that has a helmet on, not like an actual head sculpt. And if you connect the dots, it makes perfect sense because you see the Toy Fair exclusives. Well, we have the armor, we have the cyborg Spider-Man, and we got the other one. What was the other one? Mark 50. So Mark 50 obviously is repaint. But what I'm saying is that you can see the pattern going on. However, though, based on the information I got, we should expect a very busy Q4, meaning that you're going to see a bunch of things coming. Maybe Hot Toys is going to be start catching up. And there is a room for potential that we might see Jango Fett towards the end of the year instead of Q1 2022. Oh my God. So I think it is very possible.
Going to U-Gate KG Collector, I'm looking forward to this Jango Fett. I love Jango Fett. And now with all the Mandalorians, what they're doing with that show and everything right now, I cannot wait to get this figure. I mean, young Boba would be nice. I think they already have that release coming, so I don't see them, coming out with a deluxe version. You never know. But as far as that Boba, I can't wait. And whether it comes out later this year or still scheduled for first quarter, what do you think about this Jango Fett that's up for pre-order?
Look, that figure is just mind-blowing. I love that figure. And if you're going to be collecting the Clone Wars, I think you might need to have the father. You got to have the father with it, That'll be a cool display. Do I see it coming sooner? Possibly. But, what Dante says, with the figures that we have seen them, releasing, they're all helmeted figures. There's no, I haven't seen, I guess you could say the rescue suit counts, but I don't know if that really counts. But yeah, I don't see this figure coming soon. Maybe it's arrival time or even get delayed, depending on if Hot Toys is in a crisis and has to make money for other announcements to make more figures. Or yeah, I don't see it coming maybe sooner than that, but it's possible. It's a possibility. It's possible. So yeah, I don't see that happening, but it's possible. So
well, no, absolutely. And Brother Cousins, you excited about this Jango? What say you?
Love it. Can't wait for it to come out. And I honestly I think it's going to come out the end of this year. If we historically look at what happened last year with Mandalorian, with Beskar Mandalorian, got him over there with Beskar Mando. He came out, I think he was like what 6 months ahead of schedule. So I definitely see I can see them doing that with especially with Book of Boba Fett coming out. I wouldn't be surprised if we get that 2-pack in November, December, or like right before Christmas, along with Jango Fett. So I think it's a big possibility. I think it would make other collectors kind of mad because there's still a lot of stuff we're waiting on. But I think Howard Chin really loves Star Wars more than Marvel. He really loves the guy loves Star Wars. So I really see those figures being fast tracked.
Well, Dutch has a plan. Thank you so much for your 299, Bob. Fennec, Boba, and Cad Bane, hopefully, are a must-have. So listen, we're kind of jumping the gun, but I'll jump and we'll go back and forth over here. And I'll bite. Dutch has a plan. Thank you so much. As far as Cad Bane, look, anything's on the table. And the last couple of shows that we were having, and Dante, I think you and I, we're discussing, I think some of these releases, we were talking about Darth Revan. We were talking about, a figure that does that has a lot of fans, a lot of Star Wars fans like that figure. It does really good with Hasbro and the Black Series, and coming out with some of these more video game characters as well. But Cad Bane's already, you're talking about the Bad Batch and a character that even before the Bad Batch that a lot of people like. I think that this could be something where. That is a possibility, and I think that you release a figure like Cad Bane, you bring a lot of people into the into Hot Toys, much like they did when they did that Clone Wars Ahsoka. It brought a lot of people into Hot Toys that weren't, that drove them in. Dante, go ahead and take it from there.
Yeah, I just want to go back real quick to the previous topic about the Jango Fett, and this is something that just came to my head while Brother Cousins was talking.
Did you get a text from the Hot Toys Wizard? Did he give you intel?
No. Well, I'm not. I think you are the Hot Toys Wizard, man. I think you are the Hot Toys Wizard.
No way. I'm just a dark Jedi. I'm a wizard.
No, but listen, I was thinking. And this is a wild thing, right? It is possible for Jango Fett to be out towards the end of the year, but I think it will happen if we have Mace Windu in the equation. And then you're gonna say, why is he talking about Mace Windu? Well, because obviously the part where Mace Windu was fighting Jango Fett, right? So if they announce, let's say, Mace Windu Q3, late Q3 or early Q4, I can see Jango Fett potentially to be released so people can start jumping in on pre-ordering as well Mace Windu. So it's kind of like, hunters have done this many times. They give you something that complements something else. And that's a fact. That happened. So, I think it is really possible. And now that I'm thinking about, and Aries, you mentioned this before many times, about Mace Windu, about all those characters that we really love and waiting to be finally announced. So they have a lot. They have a lot of options, to be honest with you. So that will be perfect.
Well, listen, my pots are shaking in the background. Thank you so much. Dutch has a plan. We're going to get into some of these that you brought up there. Thank you so much for that, Bomb. Look, we got 93 in here. Welcome to the Market Value Chart Show live. Listen, Brother Cousins, I'll go to you. I've talked about Mace Windu a lot, and Dante brings up a great point. Look, that would absolutely break the internet, just like Ahsoka the Clone Wars did last year. That would bring so many people, bring so much attention to Hot Toys, and so many new collectors. And boy, I'm telling you, if they released that Jango early and unloaded a Mace Windu, look, that is the prequel figure to put out. Other than Padme, which would be a phenomenal release as well. And I would spill my coffee for that. Mace Windu, come on. It's long overdue. They already have a Samuel L. Jackson head sculpt. I think that this is coming this year.
I totally agree. It's only a matter of time. Honestly, I would say we would see that probably around San Diego Comic-Con. I would say around July 25th. I think Hot Toys is still holding out some releases, some announcements. I see that coming out very soon. And like you said, they've had Samuel Jackson's likeness. I mean, since the Spirit. I'm gonna go all the way back. I've been collecting Hot Toys for since 2009, so I'm gonna go all the way back. I think they did a Spirit Samuel L. Jackson figure. He was like a villain or something like that, and so they've had his likeness for a long time. So I mean, it's there. It's only a matter of time, and I think you're right. I think that's gonna happen pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you what, KG, your thoughts on if they release a Mace Windu? If they will release a Mace Windu, and would you like that release?
Of course I would. I wouldn't want a Mace Windu. I mean, it's long overdue. I think it should have been announced way back when Anakin and Obi-Wan were a thing. I think it would. It's a great time. It was a great time to announce it then. Do I see it happening San Diego Comic-Con? Who knows? They have so many figures.
Wow. That would be great.
Happen. It will be great. It will be absolutely great, and it will definitely improve the numbers for the Jango Fett. I think towards its release date for the Jango Fett, I think we'll be getting a Mace Windu, and then that will boost up the numbers for Jango Fett. Because right now, currently, I'm not seeing a lot of people talking about Jango Fett. I could see that figure being underproduced a little bit, but if they find the right time for Mace Windu, I think it will definitely sell well for both. I mean, that Mace Windu is long overdue.
And you bring up a great point too. That and Dante, you bring it up. Release it beforehand, and KG, bringing up over here. Look, basically you're saying, KG, they're going to release this Mace when they release the Jango. It's almost like they got to. It's like it's going to help that figure. It's going to go with that figure. Really, what else? I mean, that's what goes with that figure. The best. Yeah, I'm super pumped up. Thank you everybody here for watching. 93 right now, currently in here. Let's bring up this super chat. Look, a lot of excitement. OG fan, Boba on Throne is what I've been waiting for since May 25, 1983, when they unceremoniously killed Boba Fett in Return of the Jedi. Thank God for the Filoni verse. Look, and thank you so much for that, OG fan. I so appreciate that. Yeah, there's a lot of buzz, and we're going to go back to that Boba Fett OG fan and the Throne in just a bit. But when, the previous Super Chat was talking about Cad Bane, and we're talking about Mace Windu. Look, this was another one that I called that I thought that they were going to release all of these. Let me go ahead and pull this up onto the screen. And I really think that you are going to get all 5 of Clone Force 99. And my inside source has told me last month that it's on the docket for Hot Toys to put out all of these. And Dante, I've said this before, and we already had, we can go ahead here and talk about Crossfire. But here's the thing. This is, to me, it's not so much about the Bad Batch as it is about using a Tamora Morrison likeness head sculpt and coming out with more clones. How bad do we want Gree, and we want Wolf, and we want Bly, and we want, Crossfire, and we want Wrecker? I mean, you could say, listen, to me, this is a no-brainer. Until we stop buying or are not interested in clones, these aren't the First Order Stormtroopers or the Jet Troopers in the secondary market. These are clones. Is this really a surprise to you?
Well, not really. I think, and this is what you discussed, but also I was able to confirm with my sources that they indeed gonna complete the whole line of the Bad Batch. So it is a matter of time. We already seen one. I think Crossbones. What was that one? Right? Who was the one that it was teased in the summer showcase? I haven't seen the show. Crosshair. Yeah. So that one, right? And they're gonna complete the line. So it's gonna happen. Just be patient because it's gonna happen. That will be excellent. I mean, for the people who love the show, I haven't seen any episodes, so I cannot comment on the characters because I haven't seen it. But as a Star Wars fan, obviously, I'm gonna get the team. That's normally what I do. But yeah, that's I come back what Aries mentioned before, and the previous discussion we got about this, that whether it's gonna be a possibility of have the whole team assembled finally, and it's gonna happen. So let's wait for that.
Yeah, KG, are you surprised on this at all? I'm not, especially with the way that Echo has been selling since May 4th. And really Hunter is still hot up. Both of those are going to be highly sought out after figures. Are you surprised by this?
No, I mean, it's clones. They're all clones. Clones do well, with the numbers with the 501st Battalion Troopers, Cody. And I'm not surprised if they will, if they announce all the figures. I mean, this show, it has its ups and downs, definitely. But I do love the characters. My favorite character right now currently is Hunter or Hunta. And for Wrecker, I mean, they could just use a heavy Mando body.
Yes.
There you go. There's. I mean, they don't need to make a new body for it. I mean, heavy Mando. I mean, that's a good body. It's a pretty sturdy body. Do I see them making Omega? No, I do not see them making Omega. But I do see them making Crosshair and the rest of the Bad Batch figures. So yeah, I'm not surprised at all. No, not surprised.
Brother Cousins, 98 in here. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. The Market Value Chart Show live and with a full panel. We've got Dante, the man of hot collectibles, in the house. We got KG Collector in the house, and Brother Cousins, and the links to all their channels, outstanding channels, in the video description below. 99 in the chat here now. Let's get over 100, baby. Brother Cousins, Crosshair, the Bad Batch. My inside source, Dante's source, said they're having another docket to put out with all these. They teased that. What do you think about this?
Yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And let's face it, it's good money, because it's good money for Hot Toys to do, because they only have to really pay for one facial, like one license, face license. Yeah. I'm saying it wrong, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, they only have to pay for one likeness. And like KG said, clones do very well. So, I mean, when I saw the first two, I was like, okay, are we going to get the rest of the set? I hope this is not the thing that they do where they have it stringing along for years. And I think, like Man of Hot Collectibles said, we just have to be patient. But it's going to happen, absolutely. But how everybody is loving clones, and how hot this show is, and how hot Star Wars is right now, and how hard they're going in with the Mando line and the Filoni universe, we may see it quicker than usual. So it's going to happen.
No, I totally agree. And look, listen, Sergio from Jedi Toys, you got your tea ready? Because I know you told me you don't do coffee. But listen, we're spilling coffee all over here, man.
I got orange milk.
Is that close to the blue milk? That
I don't know. Let me try it.
Are you sure? Are you sure it's
a little dye in there or something? So it's blue, baby. Listen, we got 100 in here now. Everybody, welcome Jedi Toys into the house. Look, Jedi, we got to get your take, because Sergio, we're super pumped about what was released this past week from Hot Toys.
Me too.
Look, listen, it's not just a figure. To me, they released a moment. Let me just get your thoughts.
On this whole week?
Just on Boba Fett and the Throne, because I think that they captured a moment in time for Star Wars that means a whole lot for a whole lot of Star Wars fans in going ahead and issuing that Boba Fett and the Throne. Listen, we talked about the $390 price, which is a great price, and they did all of us a favor. They didn't even put Fennec in there. That made you had to buy her in that. We didn't even get into that yet, how they really, did that. Now, most people, they'll have the option if they want to buy Fennec or not. I know I certainly am. But listen, I mean, they captured a moment. We talked about it earlier. That's what made me spill my coffee, baby, was they captured a moment for me. And I'm glad, are they doing right by Star Wars fans putting out an epic scene like that, because that's really what they did. Is they're releasing a scene. What say you?
Well, I have to apologize to Aries because I meant to grow my Bail Organa goatee for you, just to just honor the fact that you're right. You're right about the fact that I didn't think we would see this before a Book of Boba, and you're right. Yeah. And it's awesome. It's a must-have with the throne. What I'm thinking to get is the one with the throne, and then I'm going to get the single pack of the very weird,
right?
Previous Mando version. Yeah. I mean, that one looks awesome, but the reason I was going to get that was for the head sculpt, and now I just feel like that's good enough. One single, the other one I get the head sculpt. I know he's like looking at the other side or something. I don't care.
Well, no, I mean,
it's awesome. Just I mean, about this whole that for me is the big one. The that Doctor Strange figure. It's very interesting. I like it. I'm one of those people who likes it.
Haven't been into the cover. No, I do like it. I mean, it's and that Mark 1.
I like it. Yeah, I know, of course. Needless to say, that started everything. That's awesome. Dante, I remember doing the live stream with you like what, January, February? You were mentioning that. I thought, no way, what's this guy talking about? Here it is. So yeah.
Well, welcome into here. Great to get your initial thoughts on that. I want to read this by Adrian Turley.
Yeah.
Aries, do you think there is enough room for Hot Toys to drop the Mando Luke, as well as a Luke with the likeness of a new actor? For me, I rather wait for something very new than another Return of the Jedi Luke. Thank you so much for that comment there, Adrian. Look, I think what they're going to do, for me, we're talking about epic moments. And when you take a look at what they have released, really in strategic order since early May, or since April, really, they've released epic scenes. They went ahead and they gave us Ahsoka with Grogu, and this was another moment for a lot of people that are Ahsoka fans to tie her in, which was very, very fantastic. And pulling that up on the screen, if I can get this thing to put it up here, see if I have that. This was another epic moment for me in episode 5 in season 2. And then they went ahead and, they gave us this, and let's see if I have this. Oh, I do. Hot Toys captured this moment, which was just a really touching moment. I mean, for sure. And then they went ahead, and what we're talking about here, they went ahead and they captured this moment. And you have to wonder, is it possible, brother cousins, that they're going to go ahead and they're going to capture this moment, and they're going to capture it real quick, fast, in a hurry, way before the Book of Boba Fett takes anything away? I think that this is 1,000% coming over the next few months. Really, I think it's any day, baby.
Any day. It's happening any day. Any day. I give it in the next couple of weeks, to be honest. Because you're dead on about how they're I mean, I love how you just beautifully broke it down, how they're capturing moments. And as we were all talking earlier through the broadcast, that this was a moment that was just emotional. Like I said, I cried. Like, this reverted me back to 5 years old, seriously. And I think for them to strike while the iron is still hot, they definitely need to. This is something that they're going to do. And I think they already, I think they were showing us one of the Dark Troopers. They actually showed us like a Luke. I think they showed us like a behind the head shot. Yeah. So I really think that that's going to happen. And let's be honest, the Luke, the Return of the Jedi Luke has just shot up in price. I remember after that scene happened, after that episode aired, ran right to eBay because I wanted to see. I was like, I know the value went up, and there it was, $800.
That was the first thing I did. I was like, holy smoke, this thing is and it's skyrocketing again right now. I mean, that Luke Endor Deluxe. Yes. Right now, according to the market value chart, when I'm doing all that, it already was a figure that was trending around $430, $440 before the Mandalorian season 2 even began. But that figure is pushing high into over the $550 tier range. And then you're seeing the Luke Jedi Master one pushing $500 again. You know, I think that there is a real pull. I am telling you right now that if they go ahead and they release this Lando KG, I think this is going to break the internet, because this is what brought so many people into Star Wars. Does this count as an OT or a legacy character release, even though it's going to be labeled Mando? And I say yes, and especially if they capture the moment for what this moment did for me. What say you?
Yeah, I mean, when I saw this moment, I did not believe what I saw. I mean, my heart was beating super fast. I was crying like crazy. And yeah, I was really hoping to see this for the summer showcase, and I haven't seen it yet. And hopefully with the San Diego Comic-Con that's coming close and closer, hopefully we'll be seeing this guy. I don't have a Luke in the collection, and if they do announce this figure, I will be all over it. And we'll be getting. Are we going to be getting another Grogu with it? Of course. I mean, every single announcement.
Bring Grogu.
You're gonna have like a whole Grogu army. It's just crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, I think they will definitely capture the moment. Definitely, I can't wait to have it.
Dante, let's go to you on this. Listen, I know we've talked back and forth. You know, listen, really with the releases that they have come out with, they need to come out with releases now to fill up the fourth quarter of 2022, because you really only got two. You got the chrome-plated Mandalorian, and you've got this Boba Fett that they just came out with. Those are the only two you got the fourth quarter of 2022. You still got to fill in a couple more for the third quarter, and you got to start filling in for the first half of 2023. I don't think they got to wait till the end of the year on this. I think the pattern of what we're all seeing and what I flashed, that, you know, Brother Cousin said that I did so eloquently. Thank you for that, brother. The Hot Toys Wizard was, you know, flowing through my fingers here. I think that the pattern is this is coming sooner than later.
Yes, and I mentioned this before as well. My sources, again, that's what my sources told me, that between the Bespin Luke and the Mando Luke, one of those is going to be first, right? I'm leaning towards the Mando Luke, right? I think that one is definitely going to come this year, and maybe sooner than we thought. Now the question is, what version is it going to be? Is it going to be a DX version? Maybe, like we mentioned before, maybe with Grogu and some type of diorama with Dark Trooper, like when he was squishing it, you know, that will be sick. Or maybe the helmet, the broken helmet, you know. So they have a lot of options to make. So I think, you know, we're going to see this look coming very soon. The Bespin look could be for San Diego Comic-Con. You know, that's also what I was told. So we should see these two guys coming, hopefully, fingers crossed, this year.
Listen, and Sergio, I don't see any other way that coming. How are you going to release that? I really think it's going to come with Grogu, and you got to put R2 in it, because R2-D2 was a big part of that scene. Let's not forget that little droid was, you know, a big part of how Star Wars started. And listen, I can absolutely see them doing a 2-pack, a 3-pack, if you will, because they're going to say it comes with Grogu. So Luke, Grogu, and R2 to complete that scene, to complete that moment. What say you?
Well, you know, kind of reverting back to that scene, you know, I just kind of wanted to just, you know, I'm kind of reliving it through you guys. I know Brother Cousins and KG, you guys are younger generation. I'm 42, but I was, you know, I was crying and emotional with you guys. You know, this is my childhood. I you know, I'm not embarrassed to say it. I mean, I was crying like a baby when I saw this. So this is a major release. So of course, probably Hot Toys is going to strategize it and try to, milk it as much as possible. So it would make sense to throw in, of course, a Grogu and throw in an R2. It's going to be pricey, but people are going to get it, including myself. And then I can watch my R2 and Return of the Jedi Luke depreciate in value.
Listen, 101 in here. Brother Cousins, I got to go back to you on this. There's no 103 in here now. Thank you all for watching. Please go ahead and hit that like button. I see everybody's super chats popping on. We're going to get into that. But look, Luke here. Listen, Brother Cousins, I literally had dreams that night. I was flying high I'm still flying high that Filoni and Favreau did this. And basically they're saying, look what else is to come. But look, I think this has got to come with R2. What do you think what do you think the chances are that this will come with R2D2? Or will they give you R2 separate like they're going to give you Fennec? Is there a possibility that they'll just give you Luke and then, they'll release R2 with Grogu, or they're going to do something like that? What do you think?
You know what? I think that makes a lot of sense, because it would save them a lot, and it would also get the figure out quicker than to do like another head sculpt or something like that. Essentially what they can do is they could take the Return of the Jedi Luke, give it that black cloak, and take a R2D2 and just give us a new Grogu sculpt, throw it in the box, and we're still going to eat it up. We're still going to buy it. We're like, oh my God. Because if I was them, that's what I would do. So I could definitely see that happening. How much would that cost? I would say that would probably be, that'd be a good way to that would be about a $420 box set. And we pay that for Iron Man figures like it ain't nothing. So yeah, why not? Why? Yeah.
And you'll probably, KG, you'll probably have the die cast again, at least on the dome for R2, right? You would think?
Oh yeah, it's no surprise they do some for the Star Wars figures like IG-11. I could see some die-cast parts added into that. I would love to have a 2-pack. A 2-pack would be great for these two. But yeah, great. It'd be great. Yeah, definitely. And also with Grogu too. So there you go.
103 in here now. We hit 106 so far. Thank you so much. Please hit that like button, everybody. That really helps the video. And please subscribe to all these guys' channels. I got the links to them in the video description below. But let's go to Nathan Henderson's $4.99 chat here. Thank you so much. Think someone around here may have heard the title Ares the Oracle. Well, you're very too kind, Nathan. Thank you so much. I'm certainly no Oracle. I just really feel that, sometimes when you're putting together some of the trends that are going on, within the secondary market, and then you see some of the trends that Hot Toys is doing, and really follow the trends that Disney is doing, and letting Favreau and Filoni kind of steer this train a little bit, and then you can kind of maybe get a sense of where the market is going to go and what some of these companies are going to focus on. Listen, if Favreau and Filoni are bringing back, and we'll go right to you, Sergio, with this, if they're bringing back, original trilogy characters, and prequels characters and Rebels characters and Clone Wars characters and doing all these shows, is it possible that companies like Hot Toys are looking at that saying, hey, you know what? People like these shows because they're bringing in these characters. It's getting them to like the new characters. Let's bring in some of these original trilogy, these prequel characters, because obviously Filoni and Favreau are capturing the imagination. Are we going to capture the collector's imagination, and are we going to capture their money? And I think that could be what's happening. So I think these possibilities, to me, are not so insane. What say you?
No, it's not insane at all. Whatever is trending, supply and demand, whatever there's a demand for, they're going to make. They're a business. So, of course, they have to listen, and, proof of it is Cyborg. I have to bring it up again, so many people are asking for it. And they even put that hashtag. What was it?
We heard you.
We heard you. We heard you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, what does that say? So if we scream loud enough for those what do you call it, original trilogy characters such as Han Solo, Bespin Han, Ares, get the Hot Toys wizard screaming very loud, so we can just start getting some of those original trilogy characters, because it seems to work. If a lot of people ask for it, and how would they not do it? It's a figure that's going to sell. They're a business.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. Listen, I think they do pay attention. That's a great point. Sergio and KG, just going to you on that. I mean, how quick can Mace be coming out? I think you brought that out before. Was it you that brought up on San Diego Comic-Con? Is Hot Toys paying attention to these? Because they're saying hashtag we heard you on Cyborg. Are they going to finally say, listen, we understand about Mace. Okay, we know it'll sell. We don't have to just put out a little bit of a teaser to see how it goes, like this figure or that figure. I mean, that's a great point. I think that something like Mace is probably coming at something like San Diego Comic-Con. It's going to come out of nowhere and fast.
Oh yeah, Mace Windu has to be coming very soon. I mean, with the Jango Fett, announcement a couple of months ago, I don't see why they can't do it. And if they do announce it, I'm wondering, will we be getting a Kit Fisto and a probably Revenge of the Sith Palpatine? That'll be really great to have it. I would love to have a Palpatine. I don't have a Palpatine in the collection, and that would be a pretty good Palpatine to have. But yeah, I mean, look, it might take us 3 years because, look, considering the fact that with Cyborg, it took us 4 years for us to get a Cyborg. And, I don't think it will happen. But, I do see it probably, being a San Diego Comic-Con, showcase. And I hope, please, because I am rooting for a Mace Windu, But yeah, I do see the possibility of it coming even sooner than San Diego Comic-Con. So, yeah.
Well, that'd be good to you, brother Cousins, on this. The Inquisitors, thank you so much, J Rex Entertainment, for the $10 super chat. Much appreciate that. And he's saying here, the Inquisitors, originally created by Filoni in Rebels, are coming to the Kenobi show for their live action appearance, which makes sense. Grand Inquisitor as a 6-scale figure. Thoughts? Well, listen, you're talking about coming to a Filoni show. Isn't Grand Admiral Thrawn going to come to a Filoni show? Brother Cousins, go ahead and answer this, my friend.
Absolutely. Yes, I see it happening. Like very soon, very, very soon. And with Thrawn, I remember, and your guys could correct me if I'm wrong, what they were saying that he was going to appear in season 2 of Mando last year. I know that was a rumor. I vaguely remember hearing something like that, or maybe that was the 3rd season. But yeah, I see Grand Inquisitor that coming in 6-scale figure very soon, very soon.
Yeah, I absolutely see it. KG, go to you here on this.
Oh yeah, I would love to have the Inquisitors. I mean, if you have Vader, that would be such a cool display with the Inquisitors. But Thrawn, I would love to have a Thrawn. Thrawn's one of my favorite characters from Rebels. And if we get a live action depiction of it, and I think we will with the Ahsoka show. I'm assuming is that where we're gonna be getting it? Okay. Then yeah, I could see these Rebel characters coming to life, and then Hot Toys be like, you know what? Let's announce all these figures. Hopefully, hopefully that comes into fruition. But yeah, I mean, look, we have so many different projects coming from Star Wars and Marvel, so who knows what we'll be seeing next. So.
Yeah, and Dante, talking about like Grand Admiral Thrawn, and I can't wait to get that. That's coming. I mean, look, your thoughts on this. Your thoughts on Grand Admiral Thrawn that Ahsoka uttered, in episode 5 of the Mandalorian season 2. Look, I think a lot of this stuff from the Filoni verse is coming, and I think that you're seeing a lot of excitement from a lot of fans of the Clone Wars and Rebels, but there's some people that like you, Sergio, that haven't necessarily watched the animated series yet. But then they're bringing in characters like Luke and R5D4, and they're bringing in characters from the prequels. So it looks like that they're really servicing the vast universe here, Dante.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, with all these shows happening and all these characters from the animated series coming to life, right? Live action. It is a matter of time. I mean, when Ahsoka is released, I think it's next year, sometime next year, we're gonna see the Ahsoka show. Definitely, we're gonna see a Throne. I mean, we have to, right? Remember, the Obi-Wan series is coming as well, so the Inquisitor is probably gonna be as well. So we're gonna see a bunch of characters. Perhaps a new Darth Maul, perhaps a Anakin Skywalker, with a Darth Vader. So we're gonna see a bunch of stuff. So it's just a matter of time. But the question here is, let's hope that they, when they have these shows live, that they, provide a really good story for the characters, right? In the sense of that you can say, oh, okay, this makes sense, right? Because sometimes you can have all these awesome characters, but if you don't do the storyline the right way, it might be a problem. But the way Star Wars is going, the way the Mandalorian went, and how awesome it was, how they developed the characters, I think we have potential to see so many awesome characters from the animated series finally in our shelves. So I think it is possible as well.
Want to welcome everybody in the house, and we got Desi from Metamorphic Customs in the house, and Desi's working on a great diorama set for the Dark Jedi, Aries Tarrington, and everybody asking me, when's your collection tour coming? When's it coming? Look, I have a couple things. I just finished the lighting. I don't want to do one of these collection tours. I want to do them once every 6 months or once a year if I can. I can't wait for that, and looking forward to have Desi on, already scheduled for our next show on there as well. Yeah, and Dante, staying with you, when you're talked about Obi-Wan Kenobi and the Obi-Wan series, and I heard it from my inside source that Clone Wars Kenobi is going to be a con exclusive, a Toy Fair exclusive, an exclusive that's going to come out. I got a feeling that they're going to push that one out. That is coming this year as well. What have you heard on that figure? What is your feeling on another Clone Wars release, especially General Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Right. So I showed this before, and actually I had a conversation with my guy in Hong Kong. So basically, the Anakin Skywalker from the Clone Wars, it's gonna be happening earlier. Don't know how earlier, but it's gonna be earlier. Now,
well, it was coming out. It was already coming out the first quarter, like January, March of next year. So earlier would mean
Q4
this year.
Yeah, this year. Yeah, earlier. Yeah, this year. And the other one was the final official announcement of Clone Wars, Obi-Wan. So those are the ones that we should see soon. And now that we have a couple more conventions coming on, so it is probably that they're gonna be announced there, especially Obi-Wan. And we may see Padme as well. So there's a bunch of other figures that we may see coming sooner rather than later.
Man, I would be so pumped up. Listen, how pumped up. Let's just, you mentioned Padme. Listen, oh my goodness. Sergio, how excited would you be for a Padme? So I know, I know we're close in age. You said your age before with the original trilogy I meant to. I love the prequels. I love Padme. Would you be excited for that figure?
Yeah. I have Darkside Anakin, so yeah, definitely it's something I would consider getting. I actually have a Darkside Anakin pose like choking Padme.
You're ready.
Right, that's one way.
He's doing, I don't know if you can see behind me, but he's like this choking Padme. So.
That's a lovely.
He's
that's
on
a
top
lovely
of the mini fridge. Yeah, I know. So hey, maybe I'm asking for. I need a Padme in front
Listen,
of him.
you could do that whole scene with the Obi-Wan, Revenge of the Sith figure. Listen, brother cousins,
yeah.
Padme, how excited!
Very excited. I honestly, I thought it would be one of those figures that they tease and that we would never get. But honestly. But as deep as they're going in with Star Wars, I really see it coming. I really see it coming. I don't know if it'll be this year. I think that's more of a 2022 type of thing. I would say probably spring 2022. We would finally get a release on that. I think it's a couple other things they want to get. I mean, The Mandalorian is hot, so we're going to get more Mandalorian stuff. I think we're going to get more of those brand newer Disney Star Wars properties more than any of the other stuff. I mean, Star Wars is is all a Disney property, but you know what I'm saying. More of the newer stuff that's under that they recently produced. We're going to get that out. But I mean, the whole prequels, the prequel trilogy has just grown up and has just grown in popularity over the years very well.
Yes.
With a lot of that generation that grew up on the younger cats have grown up on it. And I mean, me personally, I was in high school when that came out. Given my age, that was a senior skip day for me when the first one came out. But my nephew who's 12 now loves the prequels, and it's just funny to see a whole generation come up and love those movies. And even I'm growing fonder of them. When I was, back in the day, I was like, oh, it was good, but it wasn't that good. But now, I mean, I love them. I think they're great. I mean, you name it, I'm all in it. But yeah, I do think it's going to come out, but I don't think it's going to be this year.
Yeah, but you bring up a really good point. And just staying with you before I move to KG here on this point, I didn't think that they would come out with this Padme 2 some time ago. And just like you didn't think, they won't come out with that Kit Fisto, they won't. But listen, I think Star Wars is in a totally different place than where it was, obviously, a few years ago. We talk about how long the Emperor just sat in stock, or how long that dark side Anakin just sat in stock. But listen, The Mandalorian wasn't out, baby. All of this wasn't out. Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni weren't on, come on. So, I mean, does that have something to do where you're thinking, you know what? They are going to go ahead and release this Padme figure now. What say you with 107 in here?
I definitely see it. I mean, yeah, you bring up a great point on that. I definitely see that happening because, like you said, the Mandalorian just in Dave Filoni, and they just shifted this into a whole nother hemisphere with everything they were doing with Star Wars. I mean, they're really giving the fans what they want, honestly. They knew there was a fan base out there that was kind of lacking with the sequel trilogy, and I think they remedied that and they fixed that. They completely with Mandalorian. I mean, they
completely fixed it.
Completely.
Yeah, I heard a rumor they're decanonizing the sequels. I wonder if that's. But they're like trying to really.
Well, I don't know. Sergio, I think one of the possibilities that they're talking about.
Multiverse, I think.
Is multiverse. And we got 110 in here now. Thank you, everybody. Please go ahead and hit that like button. Appreciate that. But Sergio, I think what they can do is, I like the sequels. I don't like that they, the biggest problem I have is I can't stand that they killed Luke. I think that there's two blunders in Star Wars history. If you're a Cantina insider, you would have watched my video when I talked about this. The first blunder in Star Wars history is, do you know how hard it is to replace a character, to follow an act? We're talking about following acts like the Boba Fett on the throne with Fennec after Luke showed up. Do you know how hard of an act Darth Vader, the greatest villain in cinematic history, let me tell you all right now, is Darth Vader? And Lucas created Darth Maul. And he was quiet, and Ray Parks is a great martial artist, and the character worked, and they killed him. Of course, he's back. To me, that was a blunder. And then you got Luke. Look, you can have Professor X and Patrick Stewart in the X-Men movies. You can have, Ian McKellen as Gandalf in all the Hobbit movies and all the Lord of the Rings movies. You could surely have Mark Hamill live. We know that Harrison Ford didn't want to really do it anymore.
That's what I was going to say. It's funny. It's funny how George Lucas killed Darth Maul, and he's killing all these characters. Yet you have Han Solo, who Harrison Ford is begging him, please kill this guy.
kill me off.
And he didn't kill him. He's like, no, I'm not going to do it. I can just hear him in my head, George Lucas, the way he says, no. We're not going to go that way.
But
they killed the wrong guy. That's basically what they did. They killed the wrong guy.
Yeah, no, Darth Maul, I was really disappointed. It's like, he's chopped in half already. I remember, what was I, like 18, 17 at the time when that movie came out?
Mm-hmm.
I think 18 years old.
No, that was 1999. Was?
I'm a huge Dooku
19
fan. And especially because I love Christopher Lee. Okay, and I love him as Sorba. I love Christopher Lee. Okay, old Dracula, all that. But listen, I was watching Attack of the Clones, and I almost wanted a box of tissues. I'm like, couldn't you have Darth Tyrannus in here? But leave in Darth Maul. Can you imagine Darth Maul in that scene on? Oh my goodness!
Do you you guys remember back in the day, like when right before those episode 1 came out, people were like getting tattoos of Darth Maul, and they didn't know that this character was like, wait a minute. And then they went to see the movie, and it was like, wait a minute, this character's dead. It was awful.
I know that was crazy.
Yeah, like what was it? Let me see here.
You know, and I'm thinking here, how did we even? How
you guys remember this?
Oh wait, how do I?
I had to buy as soon as I walked out of the theater. I had to get that.
Yeah,
this is from back in the day. Never opened it. You know, I bought like 2 or 3 of them.
Awesome.
Now they're super cheap still, even now.
Oh.
But I remember Darth Maul back in the day. They had the it's like 1/6 scale size, but they didn't call it that. It was a little bigger one, like 1/6 scale size, and that was like sold out everywhere of Darth Maul. You couldn't find it.
It was hot, and they had them on all the 3 3/4 inch figures and all the product merchandise. And KG, I'll go to you here real quick before I go to Dante. But look, I think that they can leave the sequels the same, and just like DC, just like Marvel, just like they did in the animated series, they can have a multiverse. There can be a different timeline. They've got to explain how Grogu isn't dead anyway from Kylo Ren. It doesn't have to be he's somewhere else. It could be that there's a different timeline. So I actually think Filoni and Favreau are going to dive into this, and you can have a different timelines going on.
Yeah, the sequel trilogy wasn't my favorite, trilogy out of the Star Wars. And I do hope that they go for that multiverse route. I don't see any other way for them to explain how Grogu survived from Kylo Ren's.
Me either. I see no other way.
I don't see any other way. I hope they go for that route. This sort of multiverse and, different versions of different characters. Who knows? Maybe Han Solo could be a Sith in one of the multiverse. I mean, they can do whatever they want, and going back to Padme, I grew up with the prequels. I grew up with those movies, and a Padme would be just amazing. And it sucks for me because I've been collecting for 2 years now, and I didn't get the chance to collect the Obi-Wan and Anakin from the Revenge of the Sith. So my only option right now is the Clone Wars version, and I think it will pair up really well with the white outfit. It depends on which outfit they go with because, we've seen her, through the prequel. She has different outfits. So, I'm fine with any Padme they make. I would love to have that sort of pairing in the shelf. I think it'll be a great pairing. I really hope they do announce a Padme, and I think that would be an amazing announcement for many people. So, yeah. Well,
no, totally agree. We got 111 in here. Thank you so much for watching the Market Value Chart Show live. Listen, Dante, I'm gonna go to you. 114 in here. Awesome. Is it possible, Dante, that they're gonna shock us with that Padme? Because they're going to release it with an Attack of the Clones Anakin. What would you do if you woke up in the morning and there's your Padme in the white outfit, and then all of a sudden it comes in a 2-pack and it has Anakin from Attack of the Clones with that hairstyle in there. Is that really so far-fetched? Is it possible? What say you?
Well, you know what? I'm just gonna follow the masses, and since you called it for the Boba Fett with the throne, I'm gonna say yes. In case this happened, I can get some credit. I'm just kidding. Um, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know if it's gonna be a 2-pack. I mean, I would love to see that one, obviously, right?
Well. Before it would give me hope that they're going to give us an Obi-Wan from the Phantom Menace, which would be great to display with my Qui-Gon and my DX-16 Darth Maul. Because I would think if they're going to do that, then they're most certainly going to give me a Kenobi baby from the Phantom Menace. But I can actually see them doing this with that Padme. It might even make it more. For me, I'm buying it no matter what, and it looks like a lot of us are going to buy it. But if they put it out with the Attack of the Clones Anakin, it's an instant buy for me.
I think I can see more possible doing a a younger Obi-Wan from episode 1 and
Sure.
Anakin, the kid Anakin, as a 2-pack,
Oh,
right?
the kid Anakin, yeah,
Right.
yeah,
So because then you
The
have
younger
that,
one.
right, the younger one, right? Then you have young Anakin, you have Obi-Wan, and then you have Qui-Gon. Perfect. You have your movie right there. And if you have Darth Maul, you're all good. I can see Padme coming. Maybe they can include another figure with Padme. And I'm thinking probably maybe C-3PO. Could it be? Because he was mainly with Padme, right? But I think I can see Padme by herself, though. I can see Padme by herself, and I can see probably a younger Anakin by himself as well, with the short hair, with the little thingy, hanging in there.
Yeah.
So maybe we can see that version of Anakin, in the future.
Yeah, and it goes with this. Thank you so much, J Rex Entertainment, with the $2 super chat. Prequel trilogy set to explode with the Kenobi show flashback. So, going to you, brother Cousins. Look, I mean, I think it is set to explode. I mean, is it really? What do you think? What would you do if you woke up in the morning and you saw that they released Padme, but it came with Anakin Skywalker from Attack of the Clones?
I would. You know what? I never thought about that. That's interesting because I can't. I was like you said. I would say about a year ago, I'd be like, no chance in hell. They're not doing that. But now, how we're going fast and hard with Star Wars, it's a possibility. I can definitely see that happening, and I would definitely pre-order it. Definitely. But you know what? I would say that if they do that, I can also see them throwing a little bit of those battle droids in there. I can see like pieces, like battle droid pieces, the same way they had with the Obi-Wan. I could see little accessories like that, and I don't know, and maybe throw some sand in there too.
Hey, G, any thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, look, everything's possible now. Mandalorian has changed Star Wars forever and has improved Star Wars, before the sequels. And yeah, I mean, right now everything is possible. They could announce, like I said, Mace Windu, Padme, Kit Fisto, even. Hopefully, I'm hoping that they do announce a Revenge of the Sith Palpatine, because I do want a Palpatine in the collection. And with the Kenobi series coming out, and I know somebody mentioned it with the flashback. I mean, could it be possible we'd be seeing a flashback of Mace Windu? Then we'll be getting a Mace Windu. Then, I mean, that could be possible. Or there are rumors
another one.
Yeah, exactly. And there are rumors that he's still alive. We'll be probably getting a beat up version of Mace Windu with the missing eye or something like that. I mean, that would be pretty cool if we see something like that in the Kenobi series. I mean, with the flashbacks, I mean, I could see some figures coming back, like Darkseid Anakin, for instance. So,
yeah, absolutely. And reading this here from OG Fan, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Darth Maul's death solidified the legend of Obi-Wan. Yes, absolutely, no doubt. OG Fan, and then they find a way to bring him back, and actually George Lucas pitched a sequel idea where Darth Maul was actually the baddie, and actually using Darth Talon. And I think she was with whatever that other Sith was, Darth Crypt or Crate, Darth Crate it was. 114 in here. Thank you all so much for watching the Market Value Chart Show live. So thank you so much for that. But let me go ahead and bring this up. I really hope Hot Toys, thank you so much, Seth, for the $4.99 super chat. I really hope Hot Toys will come out with their own Grievous that is made similar to the way they made K2SO with die cast and plastic. Listen, this is a very interesting conversation. I will tell everybody here, and everybody knows. Sergio, we'll go to you. I am super pumped up for that Sideshow Grievous because I was looking for it for a while, and it was always between $700 and $1,000, and I was always worried that there was a piece broken or something in there. And they made some improvements on that. But let me tell you, I would spill my coffee. I would lose sleep if Hot Toys did a General Grievous. Is it possible because they're seeing the way that it's selling for Sideshow? You know, that they will do this? What say you?
Yeah, I think so. There's a demand, and you know, you're mentioning that they upgraded the Sideshow, but I don't really see it so much based on the videos that Sideshow has shown us. Yeah, maybe slightly upgraded their articulation and the cape, I think. And maybe the paint application. I just recently I've been seeing the figure now for sale here in Japan in quite a few stores. Because people are panicking. It's like, oh my God, I better sell it before the word gets out. The new one's coming. And I saw it in one of the glass cases, and the paint application on the old one is not so good. So I sure hope they improve that a little bit. I don't think it even hit gloss in the eyes. Correct me if I'm wrong, you guys. But you know, I didn't see it. Looking at it, it's like it doesn't look so good. Yeah, it didn't look. I mean, it has got some decent weathering, and it's a nice piece. I don't want to bash it. It's definitely a nice piece. It's imposing because it's so large. You know, it's Grievous. It's awesome. But where I'm going is Hot Toys can just do so much better.
Oh, sure.
And if they in fact do it, people will probably sell even the new Sideshow one to get the Hot Toys. And I've done it many times. Characters that I really like, you know, and a new one comes that's shinier and more beautiful, I'll buy it and sell the old one. I just don't have space, you know. And now with Star Wars, you know, it's like, it's really like here in Japan we have typhoons, you know. So it's like cold weather and hot weather got together, the dark side and the light side, and just creating this storm. And we're just getting all these figures, you know, from people are going nuts, you know, and with Star Wars, including myself. And it looks like Hot Toys seems to only want to tackle on the live action portion of Star Wars. It's true we're getting an Ahsoka based on the Clone Wars, but they're giving her more of a live action look, if that makes any sense. So yeah, in the future we could see so much, like General Thrawn. They mentioned in season 2 Mando, they mentioned General Admiral. I know I'm losing it, but
Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Grand Admiral Thrawn.
So listen, before
he was mentioned, so
we got coming. 117 in here. Please go ahead and hit that like button. Thank you so much. But no, totally agree and get your points
so much
here,
coming.
Sergio. Brother Cousins going around the clock. Grievous from Hot Toys on top of the Grievous from Sideshow. What say you?
You know, I can definitely see that happening. Absolutely. I agree totally. My cousin actually has, that's why the channel's called Brother Cousins. I actually show figures from my cousin's collection as well. I just did a collection tour with his figures, and
there you go. You're telling the story, baby.
That's the name. People like what you that's how the name. That's how the name of the channel originated. His collection. Awesome. The Sideshow General Grievous was one of his first 1/6 scale figures, if you can call it a 1/6 scale because it's so big. And I remember he got it off eBay, and he paid, I believe, about $700 for it at the time. And he was happy about it. He's like, I got this for $700. And I looked at it, and I was like, it looks good, but it ain't Hot Toy. Not to try to bash Sideshow. They make good figures too, but we all know Hot Toys is way superior.
Oh, they would kill it like that K2S, though, right?
And there you go. There you go. I mean, I recently got IG-11 and blown away. I did not realize the legs were die cast, and when I pulled it out the box, I was like, "Oh my goodness, this!" Yeah. So them doing a General Grievous, oh my god, with the soft goods and the capes and all the lights, yeah, it's gonna blow it out the park. And that thing lit up, and I would actually like to see them do it where, and Hot Toys, they don't do it that much, but if they actually had like a AC adapter connected to you, you can have all those lightsabers lit up. Oh my, chef's kiss.
Well, they're doing that now with the Mark One. I hope they continue doing more of that USB, whatever plugged into the outlet.
Yeah.
Just makes the batteries.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Let's not even get started on batteries, right? I mean, all you guys know.
Yeah, it's a pain in the butt. Yeah,
yes.
Especially to put it.
Listen, we're really cooking here tonight. But before I got to put this up here on the screen, and I think I have it ready. Let me just flash it up over here. But look, we didn't talk about this, and we got to talk about it because this possibility here, before we go ahead and wrap things up, is it possible, Dante, that Koska Reeves? Look, this is another one. How many times did I put Koska Reeves? Did I put Sasha Banks in the past on one of my banners, baby? Listen, this is a Mandalorian. They went ahead and showed they didn't have to with everything that they got here with Fennec and the throne. Did they really have to put in this shot here? I mean, what's the purpose of this shot? Oh, we can't release this figure without putting the shot in. No one will buy it. Look, my point is this figure's coming, baby, and coming fast.
Yeah, of course. I mean, they already. This is the thing. Anything Mandalorian will sell. Anything. If you put an empty box with a Mandalorian with a Hot Toys logo, people will buy the box. So they absolutely gonna do this figure. They have to do this figure because now they're getting serious to complete the line, and that's something that I'm very happy to see because I love the Mandalorian. I think that was a huge thing, especially we can have mixed feelings or mixed different opinions about the sequels, right? Fair point. Everyone has their own opinion, right? But I think the Mandalorian came to save Star Wars, and you can see what's going on with everything they do with the Mandalorian. We have a Grogu mania, which we called it way before this happened. We see different things happening with the Mandalorian. I'm very happy. I think we're gonna see Koska Reeves. I think we're gonna see Fennec. I think we're gonna see even more characters from the show that hasn't been teased yet.
KG, real quick, your thoughts on this Koska Reeves, baby?
Oh my God! I mean, at this point, just announce it. They have teased 2 figures from this promo photo for just 1 figure, and I mean, look, the Mandalorian line is hot. It's really hot, and at this point, come on, do a Cobb Vanth. I would love to have Koska Reeves with Bo-Katan, and hopefully, I don't know, maybe one day we'll be getting a oh my God, I'm blanking her name. The actress that just recently got fired from the show.
Gina Carano.
Gina Carano.
I was watching Doomcock, and and some of those. It seems like that there's a rumor that Disney's working something out with her. Boy, if that happens,
I think so.
Come out with that figure. Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think a lot of people really want that type of figure. And Koska Reeves, look, I think it's going to happen. Do I think it's going to happen soon? Yes. Same thing goes for Fennec, and hopefully also Cobb Vanth. And I hope they announce Cobb Vanth, and I think they will. So yeah.
Listen, they're using this armor, and the next way that they can use the worn out armor, Sergio, is with a Cobb Vanth figure. I think it's money, and I know he was only in 1 episode, but he had a lot of screen time. He may have had more screen time in that first episode than Moff Gideon did in the whole series put together, if you kind of added it up, because Timothy Olyphant was in there quite a bit. But real quick, Sergio, before we wrap up, what do you think about this Koska Reeves, Cobb Vanth, any of these?
I don't see it coming anytime soon, to be honest. I think with Bo-Katan, we've seen the extent for now. We'll probably see more of these characters in the future, and then I see it more possible. But if we get this Koska Reeves, anything is possible with Hot Toys. I just want to see her. Right. I just want to see a head sculpt with her slurping that worm in her mouth.
You know what? Maybe brother cousins, your thoughts? Come on.
Oh man, I'm gonna break everybody's heart. I kind of agree with Sergio. I think we'll see it, but not with a head sculpt. And the reason why I say that with Sasha Banks, Mercedes Vernado, the head sculpt, the license, I believe is with. I know it gets into weirdness when they're with WWE, and I know because I remember they ran into some problems with Drax. That's one of the reasons why Drax took so long to come out, because they couldn't get Batista's likeness from WWE. It was some stuff. It was some licensing issues there. So I don't know. I mean, that would be a totally disservice. It would still sell because Mandos and Clone Troopers, they sell. But it would definitely be a disservice to have that figure knowing what could have been and for them to give it to us without the head sculpt. But I mean, they like to make Hot Toys is about making money, so they would probably, while they're working on getting Sasha Banks likeness, they could put that version out just with a helmeted head, and then give us a version with the head sculpt maybe later down the line, depending on how far they go with her character. I would hate to see that, but I think that's more likely happening than us getting the head sculpt, honestly.
Yeah, you have to wonder if they have to take some time with it and why they didn't tease the head sculpt, with that, because they could have teased the scene with that off. So that very well may be the case. But you have to wonder if maybe Disney learned their lesson from, working out with, signing an actor or an actress from WWE, if maybe in the contract. Because I think, I know a lot of those WWE wrestlers have specific contracts. So maybe they work something out where they're like, hey, before we go ahead and let, Sasha be on The Mandalorian, you're okay if we come out with her head sculpt, right? So you never know. True. But that's a good point. We'll have to wait and see. Let's go to this real quick here before we wrap up. Seth Reckup, thank you so much. To go back to Attack of the Clones, Anakin, we are getting Tusken Raiders. It would be perfect. Yes, it would be. I think that Tusken Raider KG is very, very versatile. I know they're labeling it a Mandalorian figure, but you can use that Tusken Raider really in the original trilogy, the Mandalorian, and in the prequels, couldn't you?
Yeah, you can use it in many ways. I mean, look, when I see a Tusken Raider, I see it from A New Hope. I mean, I don't see it as a Mando figure, really, Mando line figure. If I were to get a Tusken Raider, it would be with the New Hope figures. I don't have any of the New Hope figures, but if I did, this would be also a figure I would get, maybe more than one. Because I mean, look, when do we ever get another Tusken Raider? It's been a while. I would label it as a New Hope figure than a Mando figure for me personally. So,
well, listen, guys, we're at time. I'm going a little bit over, but I could sit here and chat with you guys about Star Wars Hot Toys all day. Listen, it is a coffee spilling week, and I think there's going to be a lot of buzz on, if you guys are wondering, in closing, just how hyped up, people are, you can go to Sideshow and sort everything out best-selling wise, and you already have Boba Fett with the Throne, number 3 outside of the Mandalorian. And even when you put in everything right now, best-selling wise, and the number 4 is going to be that Mark 1, which makes sense to me. But wow, I mean, they're absolutely killing it with all the announcements this week. And 117 in here. Let's go real quickly around the clock because there's 4 of you. Brother Cousins, go promote what's going on in your channel, where they can find you. Go.
Brother Cousins Toy Reviews on YouTube. Brother Cousins on Instagram as well. Got some more reviews coming out. I think I'm doing a collection tour between tomorrow and Sunday, so be on the lookout for that. A lot of stuff has changed in here. So, and out there in the lobby area too. So got that coming up, and that's it for me.
Well, listen, real pleasure having you on. Like I said at the beginning of the show, you've got a great vibe. I love to watch all your stuff. I feel like I'm getting it straight, from the heart, and I absolutely love it. So a huge fan. Looking forward to having you back on here for sure. And KG, the same thing about you. I
Yeah.
feel the same exact way. And go ahead and promote your channel.
Yeah, you guys can find me on YouTube, KG collector, and then on Instagram, KG_collector. And I don't have anything coming up right now currently. Whenever they announce something, I'll make a video on it. So yeah, nothing currently for me right now. But yeah, I really appreciate you inviting me, Aries. It's been a great honor, and I can't wait to come back.
Yeah, can't wait to have you back as well, KG. And so absolutely awesome. And listen, is it possible, Sergio, that a Jedi Toys, that Batman is going to get together with the Hot Toys Wizard? Come on.
Well, the Bat, nice to talk DC, so I don't know. That's a bit of a challenge there. Maybe they can do a nice blend of DC and Star Wars. I don't know. Batman in Star Wars world? I don't know.
Well, hey, listen, Spider-Man is a huge Star Wars fan.
With everything multiverse, anything's possible, right?
Well, listen, really great that you popped on. I know we're going to have you on the next show. Tell us a little bit what you got coming up.
I'm going to start doing a series of interviews. I'm going to interview Dante next week, and I want to interview collectors. Share a little of their experience when they started collecting, a little of their story. What they have in their collection, what they love collecting. And of course, I'm going to do the usual every once in a while review and comparisons, which I like. Dante knows this. I like doing comparisons. So any chance I can compare to, that's really, in terms of reviews versus comparisons, is what I enjoy doing more comparisons. So yeah, I'm going to do some of that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to interviewing you guys, the collectors. So. That's the main thing, yeah.
I'm really stoked about that. Listen, everybody, if you're now subscribed to Jedi Toys, again, a really, really great vibe. He has these fabulous, he goes to Toy Sapiens, and he rides his bike there.
It's my bread and butter. The bread and butter of my channel is definitely the Toy Sapiens tours.
Yeah,
for sure.
I love it. I wish I had a toy store here with that, but thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And Dante, the man of hot collectibles, what you got going on, my friend?
Thank you. Aries, before I said what I have going on, there's one, I think you missed one super chat from Israel Tesfaye.
Thank you. I was doing a pretty good job today, but, let me go up. Where is that super chat? And
it was around 10:28.
And, oh, yes, here we go. Got it. Hey, guys, do you anticipate Clone Wars Obi-Wan or Luke Skywalker to be teased up for pre-order during Sideshow Con? So, in closing here, before Dante signs this off, thank you so much for finding that super chat there, Dante. And Israel, thank you so much for that $5 super chat. And I say, yes, I think it is possible. Especially the Clone Wars Obi-Wan. I feel like that's coming. And Luke Skywalker, man, I would just go ahead, Dante. Go ahead and tell me what you think and tell us about what's going on.
Oh, man. So to answer his question, if I anticipate Clone Wars Obi-Wan or Luke Skywalker to be this up, I say yes. I agree with you. I think we're going to see. Now, the question is whether it's going to be Mando Luke or is it going to be Bespin. It's in Hatter's court right now. So I think this is definitely going to happen for sure. So let's wait for it. Let's wait for it. Go ahead,
Dante. Tell us what's going on at the Man of Hot Collectibles.
All right. So for the channel, I know, guys, a lot of people asking me, sending me messages. Yo, where's the Unfiltered show coming? Guess what? The Unfiltered show is coming tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. So we're going to have a show tomorrow with Easy Company Collectibles. So yeah. I'm gonna we're gonna actually do the recording tomorrow morning. Trust me, we're working on Aries was supposed to cover for Easy on one Unfiltered show, but then the summer showcase happened with all these crazy announcements, and I said, Aries, we need to go live, my friend. And that's why we went live on that day. But yeah, it's coming. It's gonna be tomorrow 8 p.m. Eastern, so stay tuned for that. We're gonna talk about the summer showcase. and we're gonna tell a lot of things that we think should happen, and we're gonna share some inside news as well. So stay tuned for that 8 p.m. tomorrow. I have the review of this bad boy here, the Millennium Falcon cockpit from Jazz Inc. So make sure you check it out. I have a couple figure previews, and also if you want to become a member of the channel, you can just go and do it. We have videos going on, and I'm going to be doing a show exclusively for members. So stay tuned for details.
Can't wait.
Well, listen, since we're live, I got to end like this. I don't always buy coffee out, but when I do, I buy from 6 Scale Cantina. Stay thirsty, my friends.
Nope.